I'm really very happy that sitting with Issa here together, and we have a very special camp right now here, and I want to give you a little bit background why we do this camp here and what is all about Cyprus, this island. The whole Middle East is upside down, and many refugees who want to go to the European Union are actually sent to Cyprus. We here on the island in Cyprus, we are like a pool for refugees from Jordan, Iraq, Iran, from Egypt, even from Tunisia, from Yemen, from many countries in the Middle East. And they end up here and they have no future. So we, with the support of one initiative that is working with help of a few evangelical believers here in Larnaca, we wanted to invite families for 1 week. Families from all the nations I told you already. And these families really enjoy to be here for 1 week in this wonderful, beautiful Vorokrini environment where they can be with their kids and where we have small groups, Bible reading, conversation times, and evening presentations, just to offer them, probably for the first time, all the truth about the gospel. Thank you, Isam, for being with us too.
We're so glad you're here. There are two verses that come to mind when I think of Ali. The first one is Romans 15:13, and I would say that it's an excellent description of the life of Ali and the joy that he demonstrates. I've only known him for a short time, just 1 week, but really that's all the time that you need to be able to see into his life and see the joy that God has given him. And if an unbeliever would look into the life of Ali and see the difficulty that's in it and the trials that are in it, that person would understand that this joy can only come from Christ, because there's really no other reason why he would have this joy that he has. Which leads to the second verse that reminds me of him. In Luke 14:28, it talks about counting the cost of following Christ. And in the life of Ali, and after getting to know him and hearing part of his story, it becomes obvious that Ali has paid a high price.
أنا اسمي علي من اليمن. غادرت بلدي بسبب الاضطهاد وبسبب مشاكل. كانت حياتي في خطر. مش عايز أدوشكم بتفاصيل، لكن فعلا كانت حياتي في خطر جدا. أشياء كثيرة فقدناها في بلدنا، مثل الزوجة، البيت، المال، الأولاد، الأهل. هدول كلهم فقدناهم، وتعويضهم مش سهل ولا بسيط على النفس وعلى الحياة. إنك تصحى تلاقي نفسك وحدك. في بعض الأشياء اللي بتضايق الشخص كموجود هنا بقبرص، المعاملة، إحساسهم إنه الناس بتحسسك إنك لاجئ، وإنه اللاجئ هذا ما إنه شخص. ممكن أنت تكون جاي من عائلة محترمة وكنت ابن فلان، وتوصل لهنا بيحسوك إنك شخص دوني يعني. وده تقريبا عمل تدمير نفسي لي أنا شخصيا بصراحة، سواء من جهات مختلفة. بعيط على نفسي أكثر من الناس. تقريبا بقيت مشفق على نفسي أكثر من حالة الإشفاق على النفس مدمرة. مشاريعي في المستقبل هنا في قبرص أو في مكان تاني، أنا أكون سفير للمسيح. من ضمن المعجزات الكبيرة، هي كثيرة صراحة ما عمله يسوع معايا في حياتي. من ضمنها كنت مرة مسافر على بلد اليمن من دبي، بتاع غسالة اللي تتحط فيها الغسالة، كانت مليانة ترانيم وكتب مقدسة ونبذ. فكان كل الأخوة والقصص بيقولوا لي لا يا علي ما تشيلش الحاجات دي لأنها خطر عليك وممكن تتمسك، لأن كميات كبيرة ومهولة. شيء طبيعي، كرتون غسالة لازم يتفتش. فقبل السفر بساعتين قعدت في المكان اللي كنت أنا مأجره وصليت. صليت لقيت ربنا بيديني السلام إنه خدوا أنا معك. وصلت مطار دبي وشحنتهم، وصلت مطار اليمن، كل شيء تفتش، يعلم الله زي ما بقول لهم. حتى الهاند باج اللي بإيدي، شنطة الإيد تفتشت، والراجل بتاع الجمارك بيقول لي الكرتون ده فيه إيه؟ قلت له كتب، ترانيم، أشرطة، أغاني، جزم أطفال، ملابس أطفال. فعلا كانت كل الأشياء هي فيه. ركضوا برجله وقال لي يلا اطلع. هذه كانت بالنسبة لي صراحة جد معجزة. فكرته بيهزر انه بيقول لي اطلع هنفتشك، اتاري بيقول لي خلاص كمل اطلع، يعني اطلع من غرفة الجمارك. وطلعت من غرفة الجمارك.
The family that will share their story right now is symptomatic for many other families that come from Syria, and they finally end up here on the island in Cyprus. Isam is a very smart and a very ambitious man who had his own little company in Syria, in Latakia, and who had to flee the country because of obvious reasons we all know. The story behind this family, his dear wife Shadia and their very intelligent little son Jamil, is something you need to get to know. Therefore, we are very happy that you hear now original from his lips the story how God is moving them and how God opened a very new chapter for their life.
جينا عن طريق البحر بمركب هو لإلي من حوالي 2 و8 أشهر. نحن كان لجوءنا 2. في المرتبة الأولى لجوء اللي حكينا فيه أنا وزوجتي إنه أنا مسيحي وهي كانت مسلمة. والسبب الثاني اللي هو إنساني، معنا أوراق بتثبت هالشي هذا. جميل بالدولة السورية طفل غير شرعي، يعني لما بيكبر بالمستقبل بيقولوا له ابن حرام. اللي شفناه بهالبلد هذا عم يعاملونا باضطهاد. نحن هربانين من اضطهاد من بلدنا، من الدول العربية، مضطهدين. شفنا هون المعاملة بقبرص اضطهاد أكثر من الدول العربية. وحكيتهم بهالموضوع هذا إنه أنا مركبي معي، يعني العمل موجود، ما بدي لا ولفر ولا شيكات منكم، بدي وراء المركب اشتغل فيه. ما شفت جواب لهالشي هذا. دائما الواحد خايف، دائما الواحد عم يفكر بأي لحظة بيقطعوا عنه المرتب. العيشة المادية بالنسبة للمادة بقبرص، جينا على قبرص على أساس فيها مستقبل لهالطفل، بس اللي مبين إنه ما في مستقبل بين البلد. نحن كمسيحيين أنا شفت معجزتين بحياتي، وبتمنى المعجزة الثالثة تكون طلعتنا من قبرص، يكون له مستقبل، يكون عنده حلم يفكر فيه.
It's been an honor to study with Zatha this week. So far we have studied 6 Bible passages together, and these passages have introduced her to the person and to the character of Jesus in a new way. She was very attentive as we studied the Bible in Arabic and English together, especially regarding the lengths that Jesus would go to find a lost sheep, and also the loving care that Jesus showed to people who were experiencing rejection and pain from others. Her own difficult journey, including much trauma and the loss of family and painful separation from family, has made her more attentive and open to the claims of Jesus Christ.
مرحبا، أنا اسمي زهرة، عمري 33 سنة، متزوجة ومطلقة وعندي بنت. جيت على قبرص من 5 شهور أنا وبنتي. حاليا هلأ قاعدة بكوفينا بالكامب. أنا لما غادرت سوريا خسرت عيلتي وبيتي وكل حياتي. قررت أترك سوريا من بعد ما فقدت إخواتي وبيتنا احترق وما ضل لي حدا هني، فمشان هيك قررت أجي لهون. هلأ أنا ما عندي أي مشاريع للمستقبل، عم فكر بس بمستقبل بنتي وبس. أنا شعوري دايما بحس إنه حزينة مكتئبة، ما بعرف إني ماني مرتاحة، إنه في شي مضايقني. هلأ مين ممكن يساعدني؟ يعني ما بظن إنه حدا إنه يقدر يساعدني أو كذا، يعني إنه هيك تاركتها على الله.
This week, Otina and I got very close to each other since she was my interpreter for both classes. She's very knowledgeable about God's Word and passionate in teaching others. She loves to learn and no doubt would benefit from in-depth teaching in the Bible. She wants all people to trust Jesus alone for salvation. So learning how to share her faith is important. Discipleship classes would give guidance to her when she shares Jesus with others. Otina's joy in the Lord is obvious to all who meet her, and her love for everyone draws them to her. She is a true gift from God.
I'm Otina from Sudan. The reason that I left my country, I was a Muslim and I be Christian. And you know, in my country, they are not allowed people to come to be Christian. They immediately kill them. I ran away from my country by the miracle, and God saved my life. I lost my family. It is make me a little bad pain. It make my heart pain, and I hope Jesus he will let them to know Him through others people, as He sent me other people to let me to know about Jesus. And I hope in the future, I hope really in the future my family to be Christian. I'm not stop my prayer. Every time I pray to them to accept Jesus. And I know I trust Him, and He will do this because He promised in the Bible. He promised us, if you left your family, He will give you many people as like the sisters and brothers and mom and dad. And really, He promised me, and He make His promise.
I really enjoyed meeting Ashraf, just getting to know him even through the cultural barrier, and he'd only been learning English about 6 months since coming to Cyprus, and yet through some translation and in just working through conversations one-on-one, really came to appreciate his eagerness to learn English, his openness to learn about Christianity, about Christ. And I really believe that through our time together, he took on a new understanding of Christ, that he maybe was more than a prophet. And just through some Bible stories, Bible reading, I think he's very open to hearing even more from this point forward. And I was moved also just to hear his story about a successful life in Jordan as a salesman, having to leave the country abruptly with nothing. He and his young wife, she's pregnant with child, and very difficult situation now, really with no hope, living at the refugee camp. And my hope is for he and his wife and his family, that they'll come to know the one who can give him a future and a hope. And I'm very sure that God is at work in drawing him to himself.
جيت على قبرص في مشاكل أسرية أنا بعاني منها، مشكلة كبيرة. تركت بلدي وجيت من بعد ما تزوجت بشهرين. مشكلة طبعا بأسرة زوجتي مش بأسرتي أنا. هذا الإشي خلاني أطلع من بلدي وأترك كل إشي وراي وأخسر كل إشي في بلدي. رح أضلني عايش بكوفينو يمكن 2 ويمكن 4 ويمكن 5 زي غيري. أنا أردني ما بعطوني إقامة. أعمالي ومشاريعي للمستقبل تتوقف على قطعة ورقة من قبرص تعطيني إياها مجرد إقامة أو حماية إني أقدر أظني ببلدهم ويستضيفوني ببلدهم. بعد ذلك اللي عنده قدرة يساعدني هو الله فقط.
Hello everybody, I'd like to introduce somebody to you from Syria. It is the mother of 4. She never told us where she comes from exactly, which town or city, and you will not see her face, neither from behind nor her portrait from the side. And she wants us to introduce her this way.
When the war started, it destroyed everything. My house burned and destroyed. I lost everything in Syria. So I decided to travel. I don't know why I chose one daughter. I don't know why my small boy was sleeping when I kissed him and I left him. And happiness left me from that moment. I decided to go by the sea to Italy, to arrive to Sweden. Ride the sea, we are about 350 persons. But it was not enough to contain all of us. We are blasting together, no place to sleep. All the time we are set. At the day and the night we are set. You can't sleep in this place. The first day was good. The second day at the night the storm began to start. Everything started to break. I was very afraid. Then in the morning we find a big ship, very big. They help us to this big ship and give us food, and we stay in it about 6 hours, and then we arrive to Cyprus. But they say to us, you must leave this ship and you must go to the hotel. We believe them. We go. They bring buses and they take us to camp. It was tent, many of tents. And when I see this view, I start to cry. In Syria, I didn't stay in a tent. In Cyprus, this is a European country, I stay in. Then they closed the camp. I haven't money to rent a house. We stay in a church, New Life Church. I like Allah. I believe in God. And they are Christian, they believe in God. But they are very good people. They help us. We want to go in the street. Oh, I miss my children. Everywhere I go to it, I'm not happy. No, so really I'm not happy.
Hi, I'm Jacques, and for the past week I've had the opportunity to work with international messengers. Here with a few friends, I've had the pleasure of working with Hanok. We've met several times talking about Jesus, who Jesus was, his being the Good Shepherd, his being the gate, his being the way, the truth, and life. And as we've talked in devotionals and in small groups, Hanok has expressed concern that we do not give very much significance to Mary, how significant Mary was, that she is the blessed mother of Jesus. In his Orthodox Christian Bible, they talk more about Mary. Jesus even makes reference to Mary that doesn't seem to be made in our Bible, and Hanok is very concerned about this. He expresses concern about this. He feels that he might receive more of an advocate from Mary by praying to Mary, who will then go to Jesus in his behalf. If I had the opportunity to come alongside of Hanok or to disciple Hanok on a more regular basis, I think I would want to stress that Jesus is the gate, he is the Good Shepherd, he is our way, and that because of his compassion and love for us, we do not have a need for an advocate other than Jesus. So there is no need for Mary. I think if I had the opportunity to talk to him, that's what I would talk to him about.
I live in Sudan. I come by boat. In Cyprus, you don't have hope in future because like 20 people they live in camp, like black people. How many people to live like there 2-3 years without nothing, no interview. Some people just, you stay one place, like this year, it's not good for your mind, you understand, your mind like down, you don't think, you don't know anything. Just, I'm young, I pray for God. I want to go to the college before just I was learn it's IT, like information technology, just I'm not finished. I want to finish these things. Just I like basketball, just I want to play basketball like team. I can't do anything, just I'm waiting for God. Just I know everything He do.
I'm very privileged to have a young couple from Iran with us here on the camp that are professional in videography. The husband is Isa, who opened up the video with us, and we finish it kind of with his wife. This is Ghazale. Thank you, Ghazale, for all the time you invested during this long and intensive week to produce this little video report, and giving all you who see this, watch this video now, an insight in what's really going on. You know, most of these families you have seen, most of the people that got an interview on this video, these are tragic cases. They come from these countries where they will never in their life go back because there is no way to go back, and they have no future and no perspectives where to go. So here's now the challenge for us is the believers on this island, and we can do this only together with you, with the church abroad, to help them to get integrated in the church and to follow Jesus, raise their children in biblical truth, and to really one day go to heaven. I believe that God has given us a calling to go to the least, to those who come from the valley of death, and who end up here on the island of Cyprus and don't know where to go. So here we are, and we are thankful that we have support and friends in America and in other countries who will help us to continue this ministry. Thank you so much.